Hello, everyone. I'm Steve,
And I'm Scott.
and together we're Backyard Musings. Thanks for joining us and welcome back. I'm broadcasting from Utah.
And I'm in Apple Valley. And we are the
Okay.
Science and Technology Channel.
Yep. NASA's EMIT instrument, and we've talked about this before when we talked about how I think it was how forests communicate, or maybe it was especially around a volcano, and it was this NASA EMIT could pick it up. Uh, the whatever the things coming out of the trees. Was it sulfur? Was it sulfur? Not sure.
I
So
don't
this
remember.
instrument, originally designed to study minerals in deserts, is now uncovering signs of sewage pollution along the Southern California coast from 250 miles above Earth. In a new study, researchers use EMIT's hyperspectral imaging to detect cyanobacteria pigments in a massive wastewater plume at the Tijuana River's mouth. The discovery demonstrates how the space based technology can pinpoint harmful contaminants that traditional satellite tools often miss. By matching its spectral data with on the ground testing, scientists found compelling evidence of pollution that poses health risks to both humans and marine life. Would you like to know more?
So I just got to throw this in there. So we have family that's lived down in that area for a long, long time. And they always want to go to the beach. And I'm not a beach guy. And this is why I'm not a beach guy. Just saying. A NASA instrument originally designed to study minerals on the land is now uncovering hidden threats in the ocean. Scientists have discovered that EMIT, short for Earth Surface Mineral Dust Source Investigation, can also detect signs of sewage in coastal waters. In a recent study, EMIT identified pollution near a Southern California beach with surprising clarity. That's a play on words.
Yeah, and I've did some work that long time ago, 30 plus years ago. Did some work, and colleagues invited me to the beach to do body surfing because that's what he did a lot, and it was total amount of fun. But I have no idea if it was near this area or north of this area.
Where
I
were
didn't have
you?
any ill effects or anything like that from
Where did you
swimming.
go? Where did you go body surfing?
It was San Diego, but I don't know. You can see where the border is on this picture right here. You can see the toxic bloom. There's the star is a little testing station. So I'm thinking I was north of that city complex. You know, the actual Imperial Beach. I think I was north of that.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I was Oceanside. Yeah, it was definitely Oceanside. Okay. The research focused on a large plume of wastewater flowing from the Tijuana River just south of Imperial Beach near San Diego. Every year, millions of gallons of treated and untreated sewage travel down this river, crossing the U.S. Mexico border and passing through communities and a protected natural reserve before reaching the Pacific Ocean. This polluted water can pose serious health risks to swimmers and surfers, as well as U.S. Navy trainees. It also threatens marine life, fisheries, and the broader coastal ecosystem.
This scenario kind of reminds me of the old days when they were just starting to have smoking and non-smoking sections in restaurants. You know, one booth you'd be non-smoking, and then the next booth next to you would be smoking section. And because again, Tijuana River, that's a pretty good sized river, and they don't, they obviously they don't care, but it's all going into the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
So, uh, all right. For decades, scientists have used satellites to track ocean health, such as harmful algal blooms, by analyzing changes in water color. Vibrant shades of red or green often signal the presence of algae or phytoplankton, but many harmful bacteria and pollutants don't show up clearly, making them harder to detect with traditional tools.
EMIT is different. This advanced hyperspectral sensor orbits Earth on the International Space Station and captures sunlight reflected off the planet. Its optics split the light into hundreds of distinct color bands, far more than typical satellites. By examining these bands pixel by pixel, scientists can identify the specific fingerprints of different molecules.
Yeah, and then what do we do with it? What are you going to do? Are you going to get Mexico to stop polluting the ocean from?
Yeah, there'd have to be some type of commission,
Yeah,
congressional commission that would try and talk to Mexico and get them to both countries to agree to not do this or that, or to
right.
enact laws to stop people from doing it.
Scientists compared EMIT's observations of the Tijuana River plume with water samples they tested on the ground. Both EMIT and the ground-based instruments detected a spectral fingerprint pointing to phycocyan,
Yep.
a pigment in cyanobacteria, an organism that can sicken humans and animals that ingest or inhale it. So, great.
Many beachgoers are already familiar with online water quality dashboards, which often rely on samples collected in the field, said Christine Lee, a scientist at JPL in Southern California and a co-author of the study. She noted the potential for EMIT to complement these efforts.
Quote, from orbit, you are able to look down and see that a wastewater plume is extending into places you haven't sampled, Lee said. Again, going on with the quote, it's like a diagnostic at the doctor's office that tells you, hey, let's take a closer look at that. Lead author Eva Shrivner, a doctoral student at the University of Connecticut, said that the findings show a smoking gun of sorts for wastewater in the Tijuana River plume. Shrivner, who led the study while at the San Diego State University, added that EMIT could be useful for filling data gaps around intensely polluted sites where traditional water sampling takes a lot of time and money.
The technology behind EMIT is called imaging spectroscopy, which was pioneered at JPL in the 1980s. Imaging spectrometers developed at JPL over decades have been used to support areas ranging from agriculture to forest health and firefighting.
When EMIT was launched in July 2022, it was solely aimed at SciTech Daily.
Nope. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
What is that? SciTech Daily. The data we're getting from EMIT will give us more insight into the heating and cooling of Earth and the role mineral dust plays in that cycle and dust in Earth's desert regions. That same sensitivity enabled it to spot the phycocyanin pigments off the California coast.
Scrivener hadn't anticipated that an instrument initially devoted to exploring land could reveal insights about water. The quote, the fact that EMIT's findings over the coast are consistent with measurements in the field is compelling to water scientists, she said. She said it's really exciting. I have to
Really
take her word
exciting.
for it. I mean, this
Really,
photo is shocking.
I say it's really scary. That's a lot of garbage going into the ocean.
It looks like it's going out at least 9 kilometers from the coast. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then where's it going after that?
I don't know. But that's a lot of pollution.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep. Thank you, our southern neighbor.
Yeah, but we probably have something to do with it too. But yeah,
we probably do.
Too.
We probably do. But why is it? Yeah, why? I mean, I'm glad that they've come up with this thing and now they're using it for this type of a research. But think of all those people that go swimming every day in the ocean down there. That just gives me the itchies. So.
All right. Thanks for joining us, folks. We hope that you enjoyed this.
Take care, everyone. Thanks.